Eucharistic miracle of Turin, Italy of 1640. In the year 1640, the French army of Count Harcourt crossed the river Po and advanced to the Capuchin Friars Church of the Monte. Friar Pier di Cambiano, a Capuchin friar, describes in great detail the Eucharistic miracle that occurred during the French troops' occupation of the Church of Santa Maria del Monte. The region of Piedmont was overrun with foreign troops. After Casale Monferrato was liberated from the Spaniards, the French advanced to Turin. On May 6, 1640, they arrived at Chieri, on the 7th at Moncalieri, and on the 10th they finally reached Turin. Having occupied the left bank of the Po River, they launched an offensive attack and gained control of the bridge. From there, they advanced to the Capuchin Monastery of the Monte. However, it was not that secure a position. On the morning of May 12th, they launched a double attack on the trenches. They were twice repelled. On the third assault, however, our troops were compelled to lay down their arms and flee with the civilian population to seek shelter and safety in the sanctuary of a holy place, the church. The invaders, nevertheless, entered the church and slaughtered the men and women, the young and the old, civilians and troops alike, even those who braced themselves onto the altars or who took refuge in the arms of the Capuchin Friars. They pleaded for their lives and for their freedom. None of the friars were wounded, but their hearts were distraught at the sight of so much bloodshed and carnage. The soldiers trashed sacred vessels and vestments, and they sacked the friary since the refugees had stored some of their household items and furniture for safekeeping. And after, in the church itself, they committed brutal acts of debauchery too horrible to recount. As if all that were not enough, a French soldier, who was an unbeliever, climbed onto the altar and forced open the tabernacle to seize the Ciborium and the sacred hosts it held in order to desecrate the hosts. And then a miracle occurred. A flame of fire blazed out of the Ciborium directly onto the sacrilegious Frenchman. It scorched his uniform and his face. The terrified soldier threw himself to the floor, screaming and asking God's forgiveness. The church was suddenly filled with dense smoke. Between the terror and the astonishment felt by all, the vandalism ceased. This miracle was taken from the book entitled The Eucharistic Miracles of the World, presented by the Real Presence at Eucharistic Education and Adoration Association. A link to their organization, as well as a link to purchase the book, are posted above or below this video.